Hey there guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm going to be taking another look at the case mod again today. A little vlog style video. I'm here in the dungeon with my bud Echo chilling out here. Hey bud, you want to say hello to everybody? You are super snoozy in this heat, yeah? Yeah, he is very tired right now. So yeah, just going to have a quick look. I've done some mods through the case, which I'll show you now, and I'm going to be sort of fine tuning it in this video. And hopefully the stream will be coming soon because I'll be making some real progress. So let's just give you a quick look at what I'm working with right now. Okay, so this is the progress so far. As you can see, I've managed to get the 120mm rad in, despite this not supposed to be supporting it, but look at how tight those tolerances are there. I don't think I'm going to successfully get the second fan on there, but I'll be fettling that today and see if I can somehow get double airflow on there. If not, this is just going to be a passive section. The 280mm, as you can see, I've had to modify this with a fair amount of cutting, but just enough material is removed to allow the chassis to flex enough to get these in. So yes, when Fractal says it supports a 280mm rad, they really did mean only their in-house 280. And yeah, so one fan on at the moment. I've tested it over this side and everything fits absolutely fine. As you could expect, no clearance issues here. On here I've made a mark. I'm going to have to notch this section just here because the fan was just hitting on the corner there, so I'm not going to need to remove all of that, but I'll be making a start on that today. And a few other honourable mentions. Obviously the radiator did require these bits to be notched out, so all of these have been trimmed just to fit literally. In fact, you know what, let me show you here. As you can see, it just won't quite seal there, and that's right there. It's not even the main part of the fan, it's just the RGB ring on this particular fan, but we're going to be making that work. And yeah, as you'll see, just once that slots down, again, extremely tight tolerances, these just about clear. All this will be tidied up and repainted before the final build. Okay, so just a couple of minutes work here and we've already made some pretty decent progress, so let's go have a look at where we're up to with this now. So we've managed to get that fitted in there. Look at that, absolute dreams. And I've also tidied up these edges a little bit, so they're going to look real nice once they're painted up good. So with that, I think I'm going to leave this as is. I need to clean up. Can you see them from here? Ah yeah, there you go. So I'm going to clean up those holes in there so that my fans and radiator mounts can slide nicely. So that's the next job. And then one last thing we're going to do mod here is we're going to take off these 120mm rad mount points. Just need to be a little bit careful because if I remove this material here, I'll lose this structural bar here. But looking at there, we are blocking off a hole. These are the veins where the water passes through, and we are blocking the fins for one entire one of those either side. So I think that would be a worthwhile mod there. We'll cut that open next. Okay, so it's a new day. The last thing you guys will have seen was the removal of the 120mm fan and radiator mounts. For me, there's been several hours of grinding and cutting still done, and a bit of a reconfiguration inside the case. So I'm going to give you a quick update on that, and then I'll tell you what it is we're going to be going through in the rest of this build. So the first thing I noticed was after putting the shell back on, these parts here line up exactly with the 120mm rails that we removed, and since it's such a small improvement to airflow, it seems a waste to have cut this away and then not do anything about this. So I'm going to grind these off again. I'll retain the structural bar there. I've also had the motherboard and the power supply in. Motherboard's obviously gone now, just to test my fitment, and I found that the radiator had to be flipped. So with the motherboard in, obviously the I/O goes here, there was absolutely no way I was going to get the fittings in here with the IO is probably maybe about that large. It's coming to about here, right the way down. There was no way I was getting fittings and piping on that side, so we flipped the rad, and the inlet and outlet ports are on this side now. And as you might be able to see just here, I've installed a compact 90-degree fitting, and that is partially obstructed, so we're going to have to just double check my screw fittings on there. And I think we're going to have the pipe come out this side and run up along this side of the power supply shroud. So both pipes for this bottom rad are going to be flowing sort of like this, one here, and come straight up. And we'll figure out the actual runs from there. I'm waiting for the paint I've ordered to be delivered to the store. I'm going to go pick that up later, and then we'll start tidying all these up, and I'm going to totally sand off these because they got a little bit damaged in the install the other day here. So I'm going to sand all that off, repaint this, I'm going to dismantle this whole thing so I can get to the paint, get to all of the bits and pieces to paint them out, and then we should be making some sweet progress. Okay, so one trip to the shop later and we've got some paint together. Unfortunately, as I can show you here, the yellow is not the colour I was expecting. It's more of like a luminous fluo kind of colour. So I've had to order some more yellow paint. I won't be able to get any more done with that, but I have got on with the painting with the black. So this is where we're up to. As you can see, just starting to get into some of those initial cuts with the dust coat. Obviously this one here is going to need quite a few layers before that starts disappearing. I've covered the radiator so we didn't get any paint on the fins. We don't want to reduce the heat efficiency, but that's looking quite nice, a nice matte with the first layer. And then we have this part here. First layer didn't adhere too great on there, so that's going to need a couple more goes. And then we'll get the thing back together and I'll let you know how I got on. So yeah, this is just very much a production run, conveyor belt of painting going on right now. So I'll check back in with you once I've got a few more layers on, put the machine back together, and then unfortunately I'm still waiting on parts. So yeah, this is just a quick update on where I'm up to with this. Quite a lot of work going into it. A lot of small, tedious jobs going on right now, so I won't bore you with the details of that. Okay, so I know I said I wasn't going to subject you to the tedium of the sanding process, but I thought if I've got to live through it, then you can at least watch a couple seconds of it on video. Okay, let's go. Okay, so we are into day 4 of this modding process, and I'm pretty much at the end of it now, just putting on the finishing touches. So I thought I'd get a few shots of that last bit going on, and then we will reveal the build. So let's go. Okay, that is the mod finished, and I'd like to thank you so much for watching. If you'd like to see the build get completed, then please consider subscribing to the channel or follow us over on Twitch at The Crap Streamers. That's where I'll be building this live on stream, water cooling it completely. And if you'd like to be notified of when that happens or all of our future streams incoming, then please join the Discord, and the links to that will be down in the description. And so because I'll be building it from scratch, I need to go tear this down, and I need to start prepping this machine to have its GPU pulled. So that's it from me. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you all in the next one.